Before you begin your installation, plug in your Ogawa Massage Chair and turn it on so that it enters the upright position. This is the easiest way to set up your massage chair. After it is up in the upright position, turn the massage chair off from behind and unplug it, as this is done for safety. This is the Ogawa Massage Chair mainframe. It is what consists of everything that we will be putting on. To help us put the massage cushion on and zip it onto the massage chair, we will be using this cable tie. This cable tie will be found within your box, within your wrapping. To start off, you will take this end of your cable tie and put it through the zip like this. Once you have connected it on, you can now pull the zip across. After this, you can now put your cable tie through the rest of the zips and do it on the remainder 5 zip. You can now begin setting up your massage chair. The first step is to take the right hand side of the sideboard and turn it upside down until you see this gap. Once you see this gap, put your thumb inside and pull it out till you hear a pop. Now you want to go along down the side and separate it until you've completely removed the interior from the exterior. After you have opened it, you will now have the interior and the exterior. The exterior is the hard shell, which doesn't have any wires, and the interior has all the wires, the plugs, and the panel on it. For now, we are going to use the interior and connect it to the main massage chair. We first need to come over to the right hand side of our massage chair. Here are the wires which we will be connecting. So first, let's open this cable tie and let them all free. It is over here that you will have these cables. These will be required to connect through our interior side of our sideboard. Now that you have your right hand sideboard and the wires on your massage chair opened, we're now going to feed these wires through the hole visible here. You should now have fed through 4 wires. We have the small black one, which is at the front. We have this wire, which has 3 wires connecting from it. We have this thick wire with its 4 connecting air pressure wires, which will connect into the air system. And we have this wire, which has 4 prongs. After you have fed the wires through the hole, you can now put it in place and set it on the frame with the 4 holes. To screw the sideboard in, you will need 5 of these large bolts with 5 of these washers. The tool you will need is this Allen key. These have all been provided in your box. After you have mounted the right hand sideboard onto the massage chair, you will now need to screw in your bolts. There is a specific order in which you can do this. You will start from the middle one as your first bolt. The second one, you will go to the hole in the back and screw that in. From there, you can go back to the front in the top row and screw in your third bolt. The last 2 bolts can be followed in this order, starting from the front hand corner and then the remaining. For the second one, we'll go at the one from behind to help stabilize the angle of the side rest. To start, we're going to connect this cable, which has 4 prongs on the end. You will connect it into the Bluetooth module, which is at the top of the 2 green modules. To take it and plug it in, you just take this side and plug it in like so. Be sure that you hear a little click so you know that it's firmly connected. Next, we're going to connect this air valve into this wire right here. To do this, all you have to do is plug it in and make sure these go through the 2 gaps here. Once they're in, you know it's securely tightened. Now, we're going to connect these 4 black air valves into the air pressurizer here. To do this, we're going to lift this up, push it in slightly, and put it into the holes. Next, we're going to plug in this cable, which goes right in there. To do this, just bend it slightly, Make sure this is on the top and side so it can go in the clip and just push it in directly. The last cable we need to connect is this small black cable. To do this, I'm going to put this side with the clip down by my thumb and take this wire up here and find the flashy metal bit and point it upward. Now I'm going to turn it around like this so that the clip is on the down side and push it in. You should be able to hear a click, and that's how you know it's tightly secured. You can now easily screw in the remaining 3 bolts. Just like our previous sideboard, we'll also need to take this left-hand sideboard and split it into 2. To do this, just simply flip it upside down and take it apart just like we did last time. This side's a lot simpler. There's only 2 wires that need to be pulled through. Just like last time, we can connect this air valve through here and make sure you hear the clicks. Pinch this to help it make it go through if you're having problems. Once they're connected, they should be set. We can also do this black cable at the same time. After you've finished screwing in your side panel, we will now use the side rim to set up the rest of the massage chair. To do this, we'll use the small screws to help attach this to the massage chair. We can start by feeding this through the top middle hole and finding this hole on the massage chair. Now we will just place it on and begin attaching it. After you've screwed it in this top middle screw, you'll now go over to the bottom left-hand corner. This one is a little difficult, so make sure you line it up first. Once you've done that, you can screw it in. After you've screwed it in, you can now do the rest at any order. Now you can do the same on the other side. The process is simple as it's the same as the last one. Now that we've bolted in the armrest and the side rims, we can now put on the exterior. To do this, we're going to focus on 2 main parts, this front end wedge and this back end wedge. These will connect with all of the side white pieces, which you can see on here. On our interior massage chairs, you can see that the first wedge will align with this and the second wedge will align up here. But before we do this, we want to make sure that we've made all our wires securely fitted onto the motherboard. We also want to make sure that if possible, we can tuck our wires behind the wire fittings to make sure that they don't get squeezed by the board and there are no any problems. After we've put it in, we can press it in to make sure we hear the clicks. On the top end, you will hear 4 clicks. We can now move to the front end where we'll hear more. You should hear between 3 to 4 clicks on this side. Now, you can take your hand and put it on the bottom side to make sure that's secured in too. Before we plug in these last 3 parts, make sure that every other peg has been pegged in. Then, when it comes to these last 3, instead of pressing on this part here where the 3 pegs are, we're going to move our hand a little bit over and we're going to give a good thud right here to hit all 3 of them in at once. We can now do the exact same on the left-hand side too. Now we can put on the shoulder pads. The trick to this is to make sure we align these 2 holes onto the massage chair itself. So now I'll connect this portion to this side and make sure the other hole also connects. Now after I've put them in, I'm just going to press them in and hear those clicks. Just like we did for the exterior sideboard, we also need to hit in these last parts. Make sure not to do it right here, but from a side-on angle and pushing inwards. So now let's see it happen. We can also do the same for the other side. Make sure you press it in and hear the clicks. We're almost there. Now we can just put on this last rim at the top of the massage chair. To do this, we will do it by plugging in these 3 plugs. Flip this over and align your top rim with the exits that you can see on the top of your massage chair. Once it is lined up, slide them in, then press alongside. Start from the outside, then push in the middle. And now it should all be in securely. Now we've moved on to the foot part of the massage chair. First, we want to open these and make sure that we can access this so we can connect the leg part. To do this, just give it a good pull and try to separate this. Now just pull it out and make sure these stay in. Now we can connect these 3 cables with the massage chair. We start off with the air pressure cable, which is similar to the ones that we have in our sideboards. To do this, just plug it in just like we did earlier. Squeeze the 2 things in and push them through. Make sure that it's securely firm. Next, we can do the black cable. To do this, just find the slot and plug it in. Once you've plugged it in, you can now screw it on tight to make sure that it doesn't disconnect. And lastly, we have the red cable. We can do the exact same thing for this cable too. Find the right place to push it in, and once you have, you can now screw it in. We now need to connect this part of the massage chair to the leg part. First, let's unlock this, put it to the side, and take this rod out. Now, we're going to push this massage chair component in between the 2 parts like this. Now take the previous lock that we had and put it back through the hole. Now we can put the foot part in and connect it through here. Once you've attached it, you can now put the lock back in. This is the tablet holder, which comes in the box with your Ogawa Massage Chair. This will help you hold your tablet in place when you are relaxing inside the massage chair. Now, grab your tablet holder and unscrew the bottom part and its washer. You're going to put this end of the tablet holder into this part of the massage chair. After you've used your hand to tighten it, you can take the Allen key and further tighten it to your liking. And that's all you need to do. Congratulations on setting up your Ogawa Massage Chair.